Let's make sure this is working. Welcome, everybody. My name is Brandon Roberts. Thank you for joining us today for Dr. Dekel's Office of Holistic Health and Anti-Aging. Today, we've got a lot of stuff to go over, and you know why? It's Supplement Sunday. So, my name is Brandon Roberts. I'm the Vice President and co-owner of Dr. Dekel's Office. I've had the honor of being able to serve underneath him and learn and have a mentorship from him for the past 6, 7 years. Dr. Dekel's just really incredible. And pretty much all the information that I've learned about the supplements I'm about to go over with you, he was the one that first introduced all of these to me. So it's just an honor for me to be able to share all this information with all of you. So this is my home. This is my kitchen. Welcome to our my home away from where you have to go to your sanctuary, I guess. So y'all are invited into my sanctuary. So welcome. We have a few things to go over. One of the things I wanted to discuss is IVs. Now, we're rolling into cold and flu season pretty quickly here. Everybody kind of understands that. So this is kind of one of the most important times of the year where you'd like to be able to build your immune system up a little bit more than maybe it is. So that will help you to be able to either avoid getting sick or maybe ill altogether, or if you do get ill, it won't be so severe. And so, especially for any of our older patients watching, some of these products you're really going to want to pay attention to. So let's go ahead and stick to the end, because every single one of these can help you pretty much at any age, but there's going to be a lot to go over. And so let's just go ahead and jump on and get started. So the first one I wanted to talk about is GI Protect. Okay. Kelly's going to come down and make a drink of some other ones in a second, but this one right here, I'll see if y'all can see it. It's by a company named Zymogen. Now, if you see these on Amazon or anywhere else from a third-party seller, I would be very careful about buying this anywhere else. And the reason why is because you can really only get this product if you have a medical license. So you have to fill out intake forms and get everything right with the company. You have to prove that you're an MD or some sort of doctorate for you to be able to obtain even to purchase from this company. So if you see these on Amazon, most likely, if it doesn't say it's directly from Zymogen, it's probably a safe bet it's not made by Zymogen. So just be careful about that, especially when buying supplements or anything that you really buy off the internet. I mean, Amazon, all of that. Be careful and really look where that product or whatever it is, where it's coming from. So it's very important. But what this does is you have a couple flavors to choose from. I like the cherry, but they come in a chocolate. Kelly really likes the chocolate. I love the cherry one. But basically, this is an immune builder. So if you're really trying and you have, let's say, an immune compromised patient, or you are prone to being ill and sick, this right here is going to help you so much. This has helped me for the past 3 years. I haven't got flu or a cold or something like that during cold and flu season 3 years in a row because of this. It's awesome. One of the next ones we're going to go over is Betazyme. Now, what's so important about Betazyme? So it's actually one of the most important supplements that we have at our clinic, and this is probably one of my favorites too. And I've been on this for years. Before I was actually introduced to this, you can see it right there, Betazyme. Now, the way you take it is with one pill with every meal. If it's a big meal, take 2. And what it does, it just has a bunch of digestive enzymes that helps your body absorb and break down the food, but absorb the nutrients much more efficiently than it would on its own. Now, I also am allergic to dairy and gluten. Now, before I knew that was really an allergy that I had, I was very bloated. Like, I can't even make it how big I was on here, but my stomach was literally out to here. So if you go to our Facebook page, you scroll down quite a bit, you'll see a post I did. I got off of my diet, my normal diet, and back on gluten and dairy and all these things. And I was supposed to try for 3 weeks to see how bloated I would get and how fast it would take Betazyme just by itself to be able to take it back down. And I'll have to say, I only made it 2 weeks and 2 days into that 3-week test run, but I gained 4 sizes on my belt because of that. That's how bloated my intestines were, my small colon. Everything was just inflamed. I felt horrible. 2 weeks and 2 days into the 3-week test, I tapped out. I was like, look, I can't do this anymore. I feel horrible. It's distracting me from work. I mean, it was really in a bad place. And but started taking these literally within 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I can't remember exactly. But I had already lost those 3 loops on my belt. Instead of my belly being out to here, waking up feeling like I'm just bloated or just feel bad after every meal, all of that was gone. And so if you have any trouble with digestion problems, you're not regular, this is just something that I really need to show y'all again, Betazyme. You can get this from our clinic. You can have it ordered or shipped to you. You can walk in at any time. We have a supplement bar that's got a million things on there, that something for everyone. So, but yes, this is definitely one of my favorites. Next, we're going to go over our nutritional frontiers. Now, these are the greens, reds, right? We've got the greens and the reds. So see if you can see those here. There you go. So those are all your natural veggies and fruits that you don't normally get because, more than, I'd say, I think it's over 88% of citizens here in the United States don't get their daily regimen of nutrition. You're not getting the right nutrients in your body. And if this is left for a long time, this could cause some serious health complications. And so that's what we're trying to avoid, right? We want to be able to prevent the disease before it even happens. If you can prevent a problem from happening, why wouldn't you? Because if the problems do arise later, it's going to be more time out of your life to help repair it. It's going to cost more money. And it's just going to be a very uncomfortable process to go through, no matter what the health condition is. But ensuring that you take your daily vitamins, the things that are going to nourish your body, nourish your nervous system, help your brain to be able to not be struggling for words when you're trying to think. Maybe just have the energy that you really wanted that you haven't had in a while. Some of these supplements, exactly all of them really, are designed to help you improve your life and to get back that energy that you had, to be able to have that pep in your step and to be confident knowing that you're not taking some other pharmaceutical foundation that is rooted really around you just coming back every month and it's just putting a Band-Aid over something. No, this is done naturally and it's done holistically. So we're going to help you help your body heal itself. Now, when you go to most doctors, they're going to try to, and this is a wonderful Kelly. This is my wife. So told you she'd be making an appearance.
Hey, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. It's finally December.
Yep. I can't believe it's already December. It's the 3rd. Can you believe it? I'm like, time is just flying.
Well, it hit me cooking around Thanksgiving. So You're just feeling it now. So I understand.
Yeah. But the IVs. So we have all of these in different colors. I'm probably a little difficult to see from there, but basically, whenever you come into our clinic, we have an evaluation that we do with you. Our medical director, Dr. Moshe Dekel, you'll have a free 15-minute consultation with him if it's your first time visiting, or you can take 30 minutes or an hour if you want to go ahead and pay for the visit. But what you will
worth the visit, it really is.
It's definitely worth
life-changing.
I'll share a quick story about how I met Dr. Dekel. She was actually the manager for one of the largest staffing aerospace companies on the planet. And her office was right next to a clinic that Dr. Dekel was the medical director for.
It was another holistic clinic.
Right. And so the name of that was Elite Medical Center. Well, all right. Yeah, she's going to start making some drinks. So we have something to show y'all. Y'all are going to love that. But yeah, me and her share a vehicle. There's no reason for us to have two. We're always together. She's my wife. She's my best friend.
Carbon footprint. No, actually, it saves us money.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. We're always together. So we've been married 11 years. We haven't spent less than 48 hours apart from each other since then. But anyways, it's an amazing thing. The amount of time that you get back from your life whenever you're not having to worry and deal with all of these chronic health conditions, making 1 million doctor's appointments, going from point A to point B, the pharmacy, this and that. And all it's really doing is just helping you cover up whatever's happening. Well, what we do is we craft personalized, tailored protocols that are suited for exactly what each patient needs. We don't cafeteria style our healthcare or any of that whenever a patient comes in. We don't care what that patient looks like. We don't treat any patients any differently from anyone else. Everybody deserves to have the best treatment possible. And we keep our prices as low as we can because we don't believe that prices and your financial situation should be a barrier to entry for just honest healthcare.
And the one thing I can say is coming from the aerospace side of things and always looking at medical, I was like, okay, I have to pay this bill, I have to pay this bill, I have to pay this bill. But coming into it, you don't realize just
how much money you're saving.
Yes. Yeah. And no, literally I was kind of shocked because in aerospace, you mark up, you're making money through government, stuff like that. And healthcare, I'm not saying like all healthcare clinics, but definitely a lot of them, especially in conventional medicine, they are banking.
Yeah, it's just a business to them.
For us, anytime we purchase supplements, anything like that, we give you the absolute best deal that we can break down, to ensure that, our employees are paid, the facility lights on, nothing more than that.
Like we really run the clinic just to where we break even or have a little bit above. But the reason that we do that is because we didn't start the clinic to become millionaires. Okay. Yeah. We started the clinic because we wanted to make an impact in the lives of the community that we're here and that we're serving.
And that's why I left my job to join them. Yes, was because of that, making a very, very great salary and going from that to the medical clinic. It was a no-brainer because it wasn't about the money. It was about the effect. And that's why I got into aerospace, was to actually help people. And it seemed like I kind of had a turn within our company at the moment. And it was a good opportunity to come in and actually feel like I still had that ability to help and affect people and
make a real impact.
And I just love the way that y'all are running the business. I mean, it's just,
you're helping run it too. So.
Well, yes, I know, but you guys had the layout beforehand. So, I really love it. And our patients, they're like the best.
And like I said, a lot of that is the knowledge and experience that I gained from working underneath Dr. Dekel. He's an amazing man, not just a good friend, but I mean, really somebody that can go into great detail. And he's one of those few doctors that's left that really takes his time to sit and listen to you and hears you, gives you eye contact. He's not just on a laptop making a bunch of notes the whole time you're talking, never really caring about what you're saying. You feel heard. Whenever you come to our clinic, you are heard. Because since we're a holistic clinic, we don't just want to know what's going on with you physically. We want to know what's going on in your whole scope of your life, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally.
And I'm just going to jump in as the one that handles the aesthetic department and say the one thing that I love is because I've been to clinics forever. I love getting massages, facials, lasers.
Not her. No.
Sorry, I've spent a lot of money past the years. I had hair extensions at one point. It was insane. It was like just not good. But what I love is that whenever you walk into Dr. Dekel's clinic and you go in, we do a full assessment of your skin, but we're not just trying to treat it with a hydrofacial or IPL, which does do that, which does help it out. But we're looking at the main reason that it's causing it.
Exactly.
And if you go into any dermatologist, they're going to hand you a cream. They're not going to say, hey, you know what? You could be allergic to dairy. You could be allergic to fish. You could be allergic to this. It could be your gut. So there's
could even be the type of thread that you have on your sheets at home. I mean,
it's crazy. So, I mean, there are toxins continuously around us from the moment we wake up. All we can do is minimize them and supplement ourselves with different supplements and fruits and vegetables and things like that, which we're going to talk about today.
Well, I've already hit up most of them. Other part of that story is when I met Dr. Dekel. So like I said, we shared
inside out is what I love about our holistic healthcare aesthetic department.
Yep.
Is because you're not only going to meet with one of our estheticians for consultation, but you're also going to head down the hallway and talk to Dr. Dekel for a free 15-minute consult. And he's going to tell you exactly what you need to stop the acne, to stop the rosacea, to stop whatever's going on.
Whatever's causing it, because there's always a root cause to whatever's happening, cause and effect.
Yeah.
If there's a health condition in the body, that means something in the body is not performing its duties the way it needs to.
Well, and if you keep going to the same boutique, kind of like I did, where they're like, let me give you a facial, let me give you this, let me give you another facial, let me give you a chemical peel, just going through it too much. I was just spending. And this is a way to go, hey, this is the root cause. I'm going to stop it right here.
Then you don't have to keep spending and going and get hair extensions and all this stuff to be able just to feel like you have a volume of hair.
Exactly.
She was thinning, and so she did our PRP treatment in the hair. Now she's got this really thick, luscious hair that you can see.
It's definitely getting there, but I'm very happy with it. He's done. Thank you, Dr. Dekel.
Right. Yeah, she was a champ going through that because that is not an easy procedure. It is a lot of injections into the head, but it is totally worth it if your hair is thinning. But so anyway, so her office and Dr. Dekel's office were literally, their doors were right next to each other. And so I would see him walking out, leaving, when I go to take her to lunch or pick her up from work or whatever, what have you. And one day I saw him, I was walking out of the truck and When women are pregnant, I'm sure there's some women watching this and you've probably had this happen to you. So, when you're pregnant, people just suddenly lose all sense of boundaries and just touch your stomach. I've seen it happen a million times, and you always get the same reaction from that person because either it's one of the first times that someone's done it, or you can tell it they've gotten used to by that point. But that's really what Dr. Dekel did. He came up and saw I was just super inflamed, my intestines, everything. My color was off. I just felt horrible. It was causing anxiety. My cortisol levels were through the roof because this area, your gut health, that's like your second brain of the body. It sends more signals, electrical signals to any other part of the body, even the heart, from your brain to your microbiome. I mean, that says a lot. So if there's that much going back and forth, that much energy, that much information, then it has to be pretty important to your bodily functions and your overall health and wellness. So he told me, come in tomorrow. I'm going to see you. I'm going to make a room on the schedule. I was, blown away by that. I really was kind of skeptical at first. I went in, spoke with them for about 30 minutes. They took some blood from me. I came back a week later. We went over my results. It took about an hour. He did some other types of testing on me. And by the end of it, once he put me on the medication that he thought that I needed to be on, which really was the Betazyme T150, which is a thyroid manager. I think we actually have them right here. This is the adrenal manager by Zymogen, and this is T150. So this is a thyroid manager, and the adrenal manager obviously is for the adrenal glands. But these two together, you take one each in the morning, and then another one at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, the reason you do that is because after about a week or two of taking it, you're not going to have as much of that downtime after you eat in the late afternoon when you're at work, where you just feel like your energy just crashes. And I know that happens to a lot of people. So if you're one of those where you hit that 2, 3, 4 o'clock area and you just feel tanked, start taking these twice a day, one of each in the morning and one of each at 1 o'clock. And each bottle, I think, is about a 30-day or 45-day supply. No,
it's longer. It almost lasts me about 2 months.
Oh yeah, it's 120. So it lasts me about a month and a half.
It's a good amount for sure.
So she's already got the powder going for the drinks. You see that, guys? It's not a lot in there. You don't really need a lot.
Here, why don't we start with the Christmas? So we'll try the Proline Greens. And the one that we noticed is if it tastes good, you'll continue to use it. So Brandon likes chocolate. So what I've kind of done with this one.
Chocolate is good.
Yeah, of course. But here, we'll save these for after dinner for Christmas because these are a lifesaver. But we'll say in between the holidays, getting through the stress and through the anxiety.
What the chocolate one looks like. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Okay. You can get one of these off Amazon. I mean, obviously you can just blend, but this one is fantastic. You can kind of blend whatever you need with it. Let me grab a little spoon over here. But if you want to go over this is going to give you your daily greens. And isn't it 1 out of like 10 adults don't get their daily greens? Yeah, that's what I said
earlier. It's about 88% of the population does not get their daily supplement of vegetables or fruits. And
hey, want some broccoli? I'll eat the steak.
Right.
Yeah.
So you really have to have a balanced diet. And 80% of all the chronic health conditions that humans get anywhere globally, 80% of those are due to what you're eating.
So he probably showed you the powder. So it literally just tastes like cocoa. There's no sugar in there. It just tastes like chocolate. So sometimes I'll add this into his coffee. And then also we have a vanilla collagen. So I'll actually mix like a vanilla chocolate together and then whip it up with an espresso. And then, it gives you that nice whip look where I just spilled it on his laptop so he doesn't kill me. And
Sorry, guys. Little spill on the live. It's all right. It's a MacBook. It'll survive. They survive anything pretty much.
Let's pour chocolate next. Okay, so obviously just go in there and whip it up.
I always mess this up because when I do it, it just flies everywhere.
Okay, it kind of did because I usually use like an actual glass, but
nothing that short.
And then you can kind of whip the foam. And I think these are on sale on Nespresso right now. But you can kind of make yourself a little whipped drink. it's almost like replacing your little hot cocoa, and then you can throw some cinnamon on top, and it adds just like, take
It's
a
a
sip.
beautiful
It
drink.
just tastes like chocolate. I make this for Dr. Dekel probably midday, about twice a day, because I know that all the guys need to get their chocolates in the office, or not chocolates, but their greens in the office.
So here's what I want you guys to do. If y'all have any doubts about any of the stuff that we're saying today,
talk about this.
I want you to be. I already did. Already went over this one.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
We gotta get better organization with this whole situation.
But if you have any doubts about any of it, try it for a week or two and then stop. And then give yourself 24, 48 hours, see how you feel. You will notice a tremendous difference in your ability to think, your cognitive function, your ability for memory, to recall certain things, energy, sleep, and your digestive tract. All of it gets better.
You do feel better. Here, talk about the Pro Reds. This one, I like to mix in either our morning smoothies. Yep. I like to mix into just some like apple juice. If I need to, I'll get organic apple juice, even water. It tastes really good with these. If you want to talk about that,
yep. So every time that you eat any type of food, you're inviting free radicals into your body. Now, a way to think about free radicals is, let's say that I had a balloon. I just blew up the balloon, right? And now just pretend that there's a balloon here and visualize like, what a BB is from a BB gun. Imagine like 1,000 of those bouncing around, a million times a second against the side of that balloon. Now, sooner or later, the inside of that balloon is going to get wore out and it's going to get damaged and it's going to pop. Now, that's the same exact kind of layman's terminology of what happens when free radicals are in the body. So what this does is it helps you battle those free radicals and to get them out of the body so they don't cause harm to the cell, and you don't have to waste all your energy healing yourself and getting over whatever it was that got you sick or ill in the first place. So these are definitely things that we would consider more on the preventative side, called maintenance, if you like, whatever you.
And you need it during the holidays, because I can tell you, I went off my greens, my collagen, and my lovely, lovely turmeric, which honestly, once I hit that, you know it, because I won't stop talking about it. But literally, it just tastes good. It gives me energy. Like we're always, hitting free radicals all through our day, through our skin, just through pollutants that are happening, throughout the city, gas, anything. We're just toxins all the time. So anything that we can do to like get that down a bit. And heck, we have an apple of the greens, and if you like, a lot of people like the chocolate, but if you like the apple, we have the apple, and you can go ahead and mix your Pro Purples, your Pro Reds, your Pro Greens, and the apple, and then go ahead, throw that all into a shake, smoothie it up. We add chia seeds in ours, bananas. We
usually use some strawberries, bananas, chia seeds, and then
flaxseed oil. Oh my God.
Yes, flaxseed.
And it's refreshing. That's fantastic.
And after that, I put the green and the red in there with it, and I just put it all together, mix it up. If you have one of those ninja things that fits in there perfectly, get a half a banana, give it about, 6 good-sized strawberries, slice them up, throw them in there, throw the powders in, throw the almond milk in after that, chia seeds on top, hit blend, push down on the ninja, whichever machine you're using. And a few seconds later, you've got everything that you need for the day that's going to be able to help heal your body, help you to be able to sleep, help your digestive tract, your GI work more efficiently, and absorb nutrients the way that you're supposed to.
And here's the thing too, your kids would never know. So if they're shoving their vegetables around on the plate, like my nieces and nephews do.
Because it doesn't taste like.
That tastes like fruit punch.
Yeah, it honestly tastes like
chocolate. But they're getting every green they need. God, if you went through the whole list, it would take the whole live. But it literally tastes like hot cocoa. Mm-hmm. It's delicious. So we're going to move on to Pro Purple. Same thing. You can add in apple juice. You can add in water. You again, throw it in a shake. I think is a lot of times the easiest. But if you're like, I'm on the run and I need to get my stuff really quickly.
So this really helps improve a lot more of the brain cognitive function, because this is really to help.
My husband really needs it.
Yeah, you can tell, right? No, you can tell we batter each other a lot. Everyone's like, how could you work with your wife all day?
Because I'm like, awesome.
I married her, right? Like, why wouldn't I want to be with her all the time?
God.
I don't understand it. People say that.
So good. Like, and I'm not even lying. If I felt like it was blah, I would be like, look, this doesn't taste very good, but it's good for your GI. Or it doesn't taste very good, but it tastes like this. But we went through,
we'll be honest with you,
multiple testers. And so we have tests at our office as well. So we have little sample bags that you can actually take home, test out, see if your husband likes it, if your family likes it. If for some reason it's low on samples, ask us. We can pull anything from the shelf that has powders and go ahead and get you tasted on that. So speaking of powders, our turmeric powder is out. So there is one.
This is like the grand finale of powders.
My God, it's my favorite. I drink it at the office. I drink it at home at nighttime. Okay, so that on me. Okay, there is 6 grams of sugar in this.
We don't usually pick the one with 6 grams of sugar, but it was so popular. Everybody sold out at our clinic. So we didn't have one of the other ones without the sugar for the video today.
Okay, I should have taken one into the break room. I should have put one in the break room.
Because they go fast.
And I had left for lunch. There was 2 on the shelf, came back, gone. So I was like, okay, we're doing a video on powders on Saturday or Sunday, please don't mind. Okay, anyways, this one is good as long as you're okay with 6 grams of sugar, which Dr. Moshe Dekel is not. He does not prefer that. But it is a delicious turmeric powder. We have our own turmeric powder at the office. That's really good. It's called golden milk powder. I'm sure everyone's probably seen this on Instagram. You've probably even seen Aura Organic on Instagram, and some of their products, in fact, majority of them are fantastic. It's just the sugar base that's on there.
This one, even with the 6 grams of sugar, I'd still recommend it.
Relaxing, zen. We do it before we meditate at night, and in the morning. It's fantastic.
Especially in the morning, it helps.
But you have to see how beautiful this is.
But this has really replaced kind of my morning routine and coffee. I used to get up every morning and start my day with coffee. Now I start it with this, and I'm so happy I made the change.
Okay. So what I'll do is pouring it all over your machine over here.
So this is from the Nespresso machines.
Oh, I was saying they have them on sale right now on here.
So we just whipped up some almond milk is all we did.
Okay, so yeah, we just whipped up some almond milk. I'm pouring this in here right now. And then we're going to use the blender without getting it all over his laptop and go like this.
That's it.
That's it on that one. And the one thing I honestly love to do as well is I go to the farmer's market in Bluffton. I'm like a staple there.
Farmer's market is the go-to place around here in Bluffton for you to be able to get fresh meats, vegetables,
everything. We're about to cook everything that we're eating tonight. So there's a local honey that they sell there. It's delicious. I like the darker one, but I'll add just a touch, like just a hair of that in there. Dr. Dekel, don't watch this. I'm adding sweetener honey in there. Again, we'll kind of move this downward. We'll foam the top.
You can see it.
And there we go.
And now we have a beautiful turmeric. It's the best way I could describe
golden milk.
It tastes exactly like that. It tastes like what I would imagine golden milk to taste like.
And you can get these in capsule form at our office as well. But if
this is really what you want, this delivery method is the most efficient for you for this particular powder that we have. Turmeric is an amazing ingredient for you to add into your dietary lifestyle. And there's another one over here that we have. It's the glutathione. Oh, there it is right there.
Yes, this is so great.
This is another one. If you're having trouble getting
road trips, I take these with me on road trips every time.
Yep. So she took the word right out of my mouth. So I was about to say, if you're on a road trip, taking a road trip, or you're about to go somewhere where you're about to be around a lot of people and you want to try to have
Christmas travel, holiday travel, seeing your family, all of that.
Take one of these with you.
Yes.
And if you start to feel sick at any point, start taking these. All you got to do is throw one of them or two of them into a cup of water. Any drink. Could be juice.
That's what I'm saying. It's fantastic if you're at the gas station because you can just get a bottle of water, throw it in there.
Mix it around a little bit.
And it tastes so good. It's like orange and citrus, and you want to really. like they've just really come a long way as far as like with supplements and just the taste of them. And I mean, oh my God, like I love this, love this. I love all of our powders. I love the chocolate. I mean,
we've been making this at the office now. We even offer it to a lot of our patients when they come in. So if you ever have the chance to visit by the clinic, stop in, you can get a chance to go over all of this stuff.
I will be your personal barista. Just say, hey, Kelly, give me some Pro Purple me, or hey, turmeric me up. And I'll be like, I got you.
Yeah. Since we have such a large IV nutrient therapy bar at our clinic, you can pretty much get any type of drip that you want. But we really try to work with our patients and customize those IVs so that they're tailored to exactly what you need. We're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall and trying to see what sticks, right? We want to give you something and have it actually have an objective. There's a goal behind what we're doing. And so it's very, very difficult, in my opinion, and a lot of our patients agree with us, to be able to get that kind of care anywhere else. So this is what we're trying to do with our YouTube channel, is we're trying to spread the message of love, holistic healing, spiritual guidance, and being able to share all this information with the world, because it's really a lack of information. If people had the information, they'd be able to make more informed, better decisions on their healthcare.
And I would have too. I mean, honestly, I was not, I mean, I thought I was eating healthy throughout my 20s.
We both thought we were.
You know, I really did. I was like, I'm at the grocery store, I'm getting my vegetables, I'm getting my meats, I'm getting my fruits, we're working out, I'm doing Pure Bar, you know, we're doing everything that we need to do
I even like built a Pure Bar, use that Pure Bar. I'm not sure if many of y'all know what that is, but they do a lot of like ballet stuff, and basically the muscles that are used for very small movements, you know, like big muscles like the biceps and triceps and your chest, your pectoralis major, all that. It works those out, but it really works out those little finer muscles, the ones that would be used more in a ballet
setting. So he took 2 classes and it killed him.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick to yoga flow. We're going to stick to
I'm
meditation.
a yoga guy.
And then obviously you're raw lifting weights and watching UFC.
But so there was another gentleman in the Pure Bar. It was like couples night, and I went, and so there was another guy.
Shout out Pure Bar Polar. They're the best over there. They really are
awesome too.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
So,
both of them. All Pure Bar.
This guy was there, and he was with his wife, and me and him were kind of having a battle since you're on rows, basically one side on one wall, and then everyone else is on the other wall, and there's mirrors. And so me and this guy kind of got competitive, and we're trying to see what we could do. And so about 30 minutes into this hour-long class, I am smoked. I am about to just throw up.
Well, you walked in going, this is a girl workout. This is a girl workout.
I had no idea what I was in for. But after I went to that class, I had so much respect for that the instructor, for what she's doing.
My 5 days a week.
Yeah. I mean, to be able to go there, that takes dedication, and it's something that shows sure will and force, and to be able to make those achievements, make the time that you need.
Well, and the one thing I can say too is that it's a really great workout, especially because a lot of our patients are, you know, a little bit older. I wouldn't say old, you know, they're just getting up there in age, but
you don't have a lot of time.
Well, no, it does small movements, which help out. Like, so if you've had injuries and you're like, I used to be a runner, but I can't run anymore. This is a great way to get a workout in without putting a lot of tension, pressure on your knees, joints, all of that stuff. Now let's get back to the clinic side of things. The one thing I did want to mention was, because I've had, you know, with me being up near the front desk, kind of, you know, I handle all the patient relations, is that we've had the majority of our Bluffton patients call in, and I feel like they're probably still in that COVID mentality where if I'm sick, I need to stay home, not come to the clinic. And that's not the case. We're here practicing medicine. And by practicing medicine, we need to see sick people. We need to touch you. We need to feel you. And to be honest, for us, we have a really great immune system because we're continuously doing IVs. Every single Friday, we do a booster IV so that we're able to see anybody that's sick, and we have not caught anything. Probably also because of all of our supplements. Yep. We have a wall of never ending.
Since we do put ourselves around so many people with so many different health conditions, it's only natural that we're going to try our best to protect ourselves from anything that may come across while we're in the clinic. But
my point is that if you are sick, if you are like, I am in the middle of COVID, I feel awful, or the beginning, yeah, just call us. We have isolation rooms because we do have some compromised immunities in the back. And so thank you, my little med school student. So yeah, in the back, we have our patients that, may have, some immune deficiencies, things like that. So we do separate them into different rooms. If you are on death's door, if it's a tiny cold, anything, just come in. And I can tell you, even it was right after Thanksgiving. So this last Monday, I came in, I was like, and it's kind of frustrating because I can never have an excuse to miss work. Because I'll go, oh man, I'm not feeling very well. And then they'll just come in and get an IV and a booster shot. And it's like guaranteed you're going to feel
it's
better the next day. Better. Yeah.
So we really don't have an excuse not to be at work.
We don't. So we're always there. So you'll always see our happy faces. And that's another thing is I do feel like the mentality of our clinic is our patients are like family to us, whatever's going on with them. Like we truly,
they really are our community.
They are. Like we care about every person that's coming in that clinic. It doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're old, if you're young, if you got this, that, it doesn't matter. You are just coming in, and all we want to do with our all sincerity in our hearts is like try to help you. And we're going to give you the exact supplements that you need. Right. Not that we're trying to push off the shelf, and that's just how our philosophy has been. Another reason why I decided to come with you, because I was at the point where trusting doctors wasn't even a question for me, because they'd be like, oh,
how many lives we
you
all
lost
had
a baby, let's put you on a depression medication.
A few years ago.
It's just, there's been so many ways that I've seen doctors over the past 37 years just go, hey, take this, and it's nothing. It just makes things worse. So
that's the difference between an MD or an ND, like an N for Nancy. So the MDs are really trained more in surgeries, obviously the biology of the body, how everything works together, but they don't get a lot of time on hormones or how to naturally or holistically be able to help the body heal itself. Now, they learn a lot about prescription medication, and it's because they prescribe a lot of prescription medication for most of the chronic health conditions that they run across. But what we do is completely different. So we don't just look at one little thing or see how we can put a Band-Aid and just kind of cover up the symptoms. It's not going to worry. But unlike other clinics, you shouldn't be at our clinic every month after month for a year or two. You should be able to come in every once in a while and get, like an IV or something to maintain. But it's not something where we should be seeing you once we get you healthy every other week, right? Unlike most doctors' offices, they're not really doing something to heal you. It's really just managing those symptoms of whatever that health condition might be.
If you can see the effervescence in that.
Oh, there you go. It's just a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
But again.
Which one is that?
Glutathione, orange. Like literally, I could drink all of these separately in there. And I'm not a faker, so you hear me go.
Kelly has one of the most sensitive stomachs of any woman I've ever met. So if she takes more than 2 supplements in like a 10-minute period together, her stomach will hurt.
Yep.
So we really make sure that she gets most of hers with food. But all of the ones that we just went over, you can take with or without food. It really doesn't matter. The T150 and Adrenal Manager, these are staples in my life.
Daily. We both take those.
And the reason why they're staples, like I said, it's just because it gives you the energy and that second wind during the day when you usually don't have it.
And just to make things just a little tidbit that we're going to go to actually what you should have for your Christmas dinner. So if you are trying to get pregnant, we have fantastic supplements.
We're trying to get pregnant right now.
Yes. And so we're crossing fingers. But so there's a fertility for women and a virility for men.
Let me get those up closer so they can see.
Those are fantastic. And I can say they don't hurt my stomach at all whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I don't get nauseated. So I take those every morning with my T150 Adrenal Manager. I take my Natakinase. Long stuff.
So this is also another thing I need to give a warning about. So this is also another supplement that is made from all sorts of different companies that have nothing to do with the actual manufacturer. They're made some guy's house or in a bathtub or wherever, and they're selling them on Amazon. So be very careful about where you get yours your bottles of
and it's
supplements.
crazy because they're actually more expensive on Amazon. So
Yes.
just call our office. We ship, throughout the United States. And
if you buy these supplements from us and from our office, you automatically get a 15% discount.
Yeah, we're going to be running, deals, for the 12 days of Christmas. So I'm sure
we're going to be running it all through the month of December.
I'm sure a lot of our bottles that are green or red will definitely come up in there. And luckily, even though the chocolate is green, heck, it has a green outside and you're getting greens. Okay, so let's move on to the two miracle workers.
I did those while you're upstairs. I'm sorry. Yeah, she didn't get to see those, but we can talk about them again because GI Protect is like one of the best things that we could share with everyone here tonight.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. So it does come in a
cherry flavor.
It comes in a lemon, lime, and a cherry. But whenever I kind of took a tally with our patients, I do keep like 2 lemon limes around, but the majority of the order is going to be a cherry base because that's just what everybody's come back to me personally and has said, I love the cherry. I love this. We always talk to our patients. In fact, some of our patients are fantastic. Like right now, we're all doing a battle of collagen. And that's coming from multiple patients who are like, I swear by this one. I swear by that one. They all look really great.
So we're doing tests to actually find out which one is better. Yep. We'll be able to share that with y'all next week.
We'll not sample sale. We'll sample it out to our patients. I mean, some of the back that are doing like the longer IVs, most of our IVs are about 45 minutes or less. Mm-hmm. So again, if you're like struck on time.
You just want one over your lunch break to give you a boost. And maybe you feel like you're coming down with a cold or a flu. Come in and get an ozone IV. It takes 45 minutes. You're in and out. Boom. You can walk in or just give us a call and say, hey, I'm on my way.
And not only that. So I used to go to an IV place. I'm not going to state the name of it. Whenever I did live in Georgia and also in Texas. And so I never got to really see the ingredients that they were physically putting into the bag.
They just brought it out.
They brought it out.
And I said, hey, this is what's in here. You just had to believe them.
I just assumed. So whenever Brandon, and he still has his marketing company, ended up helping out certain clinics, we did see, and this wasn't just like, the one in Georgia. This was like all throughout the U.S., especially those franchised ones. They're not really showing you how much vitamin C they're putting in. So they're not showing you that glutathione push. They're not showing you, exactly how many you're getting. So whenever you sit down with us, we'll come in the back. So when doc says, hey, pull this much, this much, this much.
We actually pull and make everything right in front of you.
We have it on the tray. We have it labeled and we inject it into the bag right in front of you. So you know that
it's coming
your well-earned money is going towards getting the most ingredients that you absolutely need in your body.
Everything that you paid for.
Yes. And right now, and I'm really happy because we did, and that's why we kind of had like this over here where there's multiple IVs because we really had more of the serious IVs. We had the ozones, we had the NAD+, we had vitamin C, high dose vitamin C cocktails and all of that. And, we had a discussion. I was like, I just have a cold. I just want to get, a little boost of something, but I don't want to drop, a couple $100. I want to drop 130. And so we ended up reaching out to a fantastic lab or compound pharmacy over in Florida that we've been using for, how many years now? It's been like 8.
Yeah, I think 7 or 8 now.
7 or 8 now, but they're amazing. They have the most high grade quality products. And so again, we invest in high grade products, but we don't mark them up to be so expensive.
Astronomical.
Yeah. So, and again, I love that. So when you sit down, you're going to be able to see, I'm getting, 5 cc's of glutathione. I'm getting X amount of vitamin C. And then if you check out our website, which I think Brandon, because I just dropped all these IVs on him about a week ago and was like, put them on the website. Yeah. That's how it works, right?
We're updating the website right now. So every day you'll start to see more and more stuff on there. We're adding to it. I've been working on it pretty much all day today, all morning. So trying to get it done by Monday, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get it done tonight. So hopefully I'm thinking Tuesday, Wednesday.
Get back to work.
I know.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I really need to. So
but it is.
We finish each other's sentences. It's funny. Okay, so
too much time together.
Anyways, I hope everyone got at least something out of the video tonight and learned a little bit more about how important not only preventative medicine is, but taking care of your nutrient absorption. Now, we only take about 9 to 13% of the nutrients we absorb anyway, and that's on a good day, right? That's with good bacteria, good healthy gut, everything's working the way it's supposed to, right? Well,
I could eat all these or spend 45 minutes with Dr. Dekel and Brandon.
Yep.
Or I could do both. But do both.
Whenever you're having all of that happen, if let's say your vitamin D is down below 40, to be able to get your vitamin D back up, it is so difficult to do that orally because vitamin D is what helps your body manage the bacteria in your small intestine anyways. So without that vitamin D to be able to help manage it,
injections.
You really don't have an option of absorbing too many of those nutrients. And that's really where you start to gain weight. And we hear this from our patients all the time. They're saying, I'm eating salads. I'm eating
running.
This. I'm running. I'm jogging. I go cycling.
My mother coming to visit. Hi, Mom. Soon. She's like, I work out, I run, I eat healthy, I have all this. And I was like, your hormones are off. Exactly. You're in menopause. And that's literally what's going on. So I was like, see, Dekel, he's going to fix it all. And so she's like, I'll be down there early. So absolutely.
The importance of preventative healthcare cannot be understated. So I hope you guys got something out of that today. Like I was saying, if your gut health is already messed up, you usually only absorb between 1 to 3%, which is almost nothing. So don't wait. If you're bloating, you're feeling comfortable, if you feel like maybe you're having high anxiety or you're low depression, whatever the case may be, give us a call. We treat chronic health conditions on a daily basis at our clinic, and we can't wait to be able to serve you. So
and one last thing, if you don't have a chance or you don't have time for IVs, I kind of went on a cocktail injection psychosis for 3 years. So I had my first couple of them, and then if I remember,
you stopped.
I was angry because I was like, I got like 2 of them, but I was so deficient in vitamins. And so by the third one hit, and literally it was like 5 a.m. and I was like, good morning. I was like, you want coffee? Do you want coffee or a turmeric drink? How about that? Do we add some mix in there? And Brandon was like, all right, holy heck. He's like, did you just sleep like 20 hours? And I was like,
if your body has everything that it needs, you're going to be that energized. You're going to have all of that passion and everything back in your life that maybe you haven't had in a while. Now, the reason is because your body has everything it needs to be able to work properly.
It does. And I can say, like, I have had so many injections on the glute because that's where, you do your cocktail injections. And I like wouldn't stop because I was like, when you start feeling so good, you're like, I don't like
you just want to keep feeling that great.
Exactly. So I like literally got so many injections. Would I have scar tissue?
Yeah. Well, anytime you do some injections.
But I did it for like literally like 3.5 years straight. Yeah. So I'm now having to like maneuver areas on my body to like get my Russian of everything, but I will not stop.
Yeah.
But the cocktail injections, we have specials that are going on for it right now. So our high dose cocktail, it has glutathione.
It's got glutathione, mineral blend, an amino acid blend.
Vitamin
it's got
D.
Vitamin D. And then it's got all of your essential minerals. And then it's got sodium,
B12,
sodium selenate, and
but we
B12.
can mix and match it. So if you're like, I need some biotin for my hair, nails, skin, we can add that in there. So it's really like a customizable cocktail shot to whatever you need, which I love. I definitely do the biotin. I definitely do the B12 because we all know I need super less energy.
Yeah.
Right. But other than that, we would love to see you at the clinic. Keep in mind, IVs, we keep them at a fantastic price. You're getting the best quality products that you could get in Bluffton.
Walk-ins for IVs as well.
Yep. And cocktail shots. Those only take just a minute to come up. So if you're like, I don't have time for the 45 minutes for an IV.
If you've got 10 minutes for a vitamin injection, it's just as good.
It's worth it.
It's getting into the blood vessels. It's getting into your system. It's going to help. So
it's going to make you feel better, and free 15-minute consultations with Dr. Dekel, who's a wealth of knowledge.
Yep. So hope you guys enjoyed everything for Supplement Sunday. My name is Brandon Roberts, and this is my wife, Kelly Roberts. You can see us both at Dr. Dekel's office of Holistic Health and Anti-Aging Monday through Friday. So go ahead.
Welcome to our home, and we'll have a little bit more Christmas decor-y stuff up. Everything's kind of back over.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn the camera because there's some stuff that'll knock over. But next time you'll have a little tour of our place, and then we'll also be able to show you some more about other ways that you can help prevent but you can prevent from becoming ill with preventative medicine by some of these simple methods that we just showed you.
And we'll be going through a couple of like my favorite holiday recipes and how to make things a little bit healthier and to serve to your guests. Because I mean, just because it's the holidays doesn't mean we need to like crazy indulge just because it's Christmas time. We can definitely do.
You can do it a little bit healthier and still make it taste really great and have a good time. So we'll share some of that with you.
Absolutely.
We love you guys. I hope everyone has a great weekend or a great week.
Be safe.
Be safe. Be well. And as always,
Attitudes are contagious. Is yours worth catching?
Thank you. Attitudes are contagious. Is yours worth catching? See y'all later. Bye-bye. That was a good one. I like that. We need to do more together.
You said I like that.